How's it going, everyone? Heavy Entertainment here, and today I'm taking a look at Magma, which is the newest album from French progressive death metal band Gojira. In the past few years, Gojira has started becoming one of the most significant metal bands around, with albums like The Way of All Flesh and L'Enfant Sauvage being incredibly good, and their album From Mars to Sirius, which in my opinion is a metal masterpiece. So needless to say, I was heavily anticipating this album. However, when the first single was released, I wasn't too impressed. However, it did start to grow on me a bit, so I was still looking forward to the album, just not as much. However, after listening to it, that opinion has changed, because this album is absolutely fantastic. It shows Gojira is not afraid to play around with the sound and style while maintaining the feel of a Gojira album. The album kicks off with the song The Shooting Star, which was the first very big surprise of the album, as the song is slow, atmospheric, and also contains entirely clean vocals from vocalist Joe Duplanter, which I'm quite sure is a first for the band. The guitars and drums are fairly laid back on this track, letting the vocals shine. The effect that is used on Duplanter's voice works incredibly well to give the song a unique atmospheric feel. It gives the listener the understanding that they're about to listen to something unlike they've ever heard before. Don't fear the cold and alone your memories out. This is followed up by the second single off the album, Silvera, which is almost the complete opposite of The Shooting Star. It instantly has a classic Gojira feel, and has an absolutely crushing guitar riff. And like most Gojira songs, the drumming is absolutely perfect. The lyrics on this track remain constant with the environmental themes of the majority of Gojira songs, with lines such as, "When you change yourself, you change the world." The band plays incredibly well together with their tight playing on this track. The next track is The Cell, which up to this point is the heaviest and fastest track on the album. It also has the typical Gojira sound as well. It's just plain heavy and aggressive. This is followed by Stranded, which was the first single. Like I said previously, I wasn't a huge fan of this track when it came out, but it started to grow on me quite a bit. And now that I hear it alongside the rest of the album, it fits in perfectly. It's heavy yet incredibly catchy, especially the chorus. When you're listening to it, you find yourself having a hard time not to headbang along to it. The squealing guitar riff also works incredibly well with the song as well. Once again, it's also lyrically similar to most other Gojira songs, with lines such as "Another Day in the Dark." You can tell listening to this song that it's gonna sound great live. Yellowstone is the next track, and it's basically a short instrumental that showcases the playing of bassist Jean-Michel Labadie, which is rare for Gojira. It's quite good, but a bit short. This leads into the title track Magma, which I can really only describe as weird, and I mean that in the best possible way. It's by far the strangest, most progressive track on the album. Much like The Shooting Star, the majority of the vocals are clean. It creates a strange atmosphere that only builds throughout the almost 7-minute track. Magma is followed up by two incredibly heavy tracks in Pray and Only Pain. Both show the more technical, aggressive playing style of Gojira. Pray has some of the heaviest moments on the album, whereas Only Pain makes great use of the screeching guitar effect, much like Stranded. Both tracks are aggressive, loud, and heavy. They are followed by the track Lowlands, which is more progressive than the previous two tracks. It's slower and more melodic with clean vocals. It works as a closing to what The Shooting Star opened the album with. The song slowly gets heavier as it goes on, with the last couple minutes using a fantastic mix of clean and shouting vocals. It makes you feel like something quite epic is about to end. The song suddenly stops before a slow, quiet acoustic guitar comes in to close the song. All the forces left undone through the ground. Let it all go in the sky. Find the power lost underneath the ground. Let it all go in the sky. The final track, Liberation, is a continuation of the acoustic guitar from the ending of Lowlands. It's there to give a calm atmosphere after the progressive, chaotic album that precedes it. It very much feels like an epilogue to what Lowlands finished the album on. Overall, Magma was absolutely better than I could have expected. The songs on here show that Gojira is a band that is not afraid to explore their sound and style, but is still able to produce songs that completely sound like Gojira. The production on this album is fantastic. The quality and precision of these members playing is flawless. Personally, I had a hard time figuring out what rating I would give this album, but screw it. I give Magma a 10 out of 10. This album is by far my favorite of the year thus far, and it's up there with From Mars to Sirius as Gojira's best. Now, if you've given Magma a listen, please feel free to let me know your opinion in the comments below, and if you want more metal and rock reviews like this one, feel free to slam that subscribe button. Cheers.